Hey everyone, welcome back to Ride Next Day, your ultimate pit stop for everything two-wheeled. Today, we're diving deep into a machine that has been making waves in the 150cc segment, a bike that blends sharp design, sporty DNA, and daily practicality with Japanese precision. Yes, we're talking about the 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 155, the latest avatar of Suzuki's fully fared entry-level sport bike that has become a popular choice for young riders and enthusiasts alike. And in this video, we're breaking down every little detail that matters, from performance and design to features and pricing, so you know exactly what you're getting if you're considering this sleek beast as your next ride. Let's start with the first thing that grabs attention, the design. The 2025 Gixxer SF 155 carries forward the aggressive styling that its predecessors were known for, but this year, it feels even more refined and race-ready. The bodywork has been slightly updated with sharper lines and improved aerodynamic sculpting. The sleek fairing and muscular tank merge together to give the bike a big bike feel, and the inspiration from Suzuki's MotoGP lineage is more apparent than ever. The front cowl with the sculpted windscreen and that aggressive LED headlamp setup not only gives it a bold face but also improves wind resistance at higher speeds. The LED DRLs are brighter, clearer, and give the bike a very premium stance. The side profile is equally engaging, the neatly contoured tank, the sporty split seats, and that slightly upswept tail section with integrated grab rails all come together to form a well-balanced silhouette. The rear end is compact, featuring a sharp tail lamp and a short, sporty mudguard that completes the race-inspired look. The 2025 edition now comes with new graphics and a couple of fresh dual-tone color options, including a striking metallic Triton blue that pays homage to Suzuki's racing heritage, and a stealthy matte black for those who love an understated menace. Hop on the saddle, and you'll notice that Suzuki has kept the ergonomics mostly unchanged, and that's a good thing. The riding triangle strikes a balance between sportiness and comfort. You get slightly rear-set foot pegs, a low clip-on handlebar setup, and a seat height of around 795 mm, making it accessible for a wide range of riders. The seat cushioning has been slightly improved for 2025, offering better comfort during longer commutes. While it's still a sporty posture, it doesn't punish your back like some aggressive supersports do, which is great for city riding and weekend trips alike. The digital instrument cluster is crisp and easy to read, and this year it gets a minor update in terms of layout. The negative LCD display shows everything you'd expect: a speedometer, tachometer, fuel gauge, trip meter, gear position indicator, and a clock. Suzuki hasn't gone overboard with tech, and that's partly intentional. The Gixxer SF 155 aims to stay simple, functional, and rider-focused. There's no Bluetooth connectivity or smartphone integration here, and while some might miss that, others will appreciate the clean, uncluttered interface. Now let's get into the heart of the machine, the engine. The 2025 Gixxer SF 155 is powered by the same tried-and-tested 155cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled, SOC engine, but with some minor internal optimizations for improved refinement and throttle response. It produces around 13.6 PS of power at 8,000 RPM and 13.8 Nm of torque at 6,000 RPM, paired to a 5-speed gearbox. While the numbers might not scream performance on paper, it's the real-world usability that makes this engine special. The throttle is smooth, linear, and surprisingly responsive for a bike in this category. The mid-range is punchy, making overtaking in city traffic effortless. There's enough grunt for spirited highway riding, though top-end performance is modest. What really stands out is how refined and vibration-free the motor feels, even when you push it. Suzuki has done an excellent job with engine balancing, and you can cruise at 80-90 km/h comfortably without any noticeable buzz through the bars or pegs. The gearbox is slick, with positive shifts, and the clutch action is light, perfect for daily commuting. The gear ratios are well-spaced, offering a nice balance between quick acceleration in lower gears and relaxed cruising in the higher ones. The bike has a smooth and composed demeanor, and even though it's positioned as a sporty commuter, it doesn't sacrifice ride quality. And speaking of ride quality, the suspension setup remains familiar: 8 telescopic forks at the front and a monoshock at the rear. The tuning is slightly on the firmer side, which helps with cornering stability and gives the bike a planted feel during high-speed runs. However, it still manages to absorb typical Indian road undulations fairly well. Potholes and speed breakers don't unsettle the bike, making it quite usable for daily city riding. Cornering is fun and confidence-inspiring, especially with the light curb weight of around 148 kilograms. The bike feels nimble, easy to flick into turns, and remains stable even when leaned over. Whether you're navigating tight city traffic or enjoying some weekend twisties, the Gixxer SF 155 offers handling that's predictable and responsive. Braking duties are handled by disc brakes at both ends, with single-channel ABS as standard. The bite from the front disc is progressive and offers decent feedback. The rear brake, 2. Performs well, though it could use a bit more initial bite. Overall, braking performance is adequate for the segment and inspires confidence even during emergency stops. The tires are MRF Zappers, a 180 section at the front and a 140/60 section at the rear, wrapped on 17-inch alloy wheels. These tires provide decent grip in dry conditions and are good enough for most commuting and light touring needs, while hardcore riders might look to upgrade for more aggressive grip. For the average user, the stock setup strikes a good balance between performance and durability. Let's talk about fuel efficiency, an important factor for buyers in this segment. The 2025 Gixxer SF 155 continues to be a fuel-efficient machine, thanks to Suzuki's Eco-Performance (SEP) technology. You can expect a mileage of around 45-50 km/L under mixed riding conditions. The 12-liter fuel tank gives the bike a practical range of over 500 kilometers, making it suitable even for occasional long rides. Coming to safety and build quality, this is where Suzuki deserves praise. The fit and finish levels are solid, the panels align well, switchgear feels tactile, and overall, the bike gives a sense of premium quality, especially considering its price. The build is sturdy, and nothing feels flimsy or cheap. The attention to detail from the paint quality to the stitching on the seats speaks volumes about Suzuki's craftsmanship. Now let's talk about what makes the 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 155 stand out in an increasingly competitive segment. It's not the fastest, most powerful, or the most feature-loaded, but what it offers is a perfectly balanced package of sporty styling, refined performance, rider-friendly ergonomics, dependable engineering, and great fuel efficiency, all wrapped in a body that genuinely looks like a baby sport bike. It appeals to young riders looking for their first fair bike, commuters wanting something stylish yet practical, and even seasoned bikers looking for an affordable second bike for daily duties. Another strong point is the brand's after-sales service and reliability. Suzuki's service network has grown, and parts availability is no longer an issue like it used to be. Maintenance is relatively low cost, and the bike is known to be reliable over the long term, an important factor for budget-conscious riders. And finally, the pricing. The 2025 Suzuki Gixxer SF 155 is priced at around a superscript 1.45 lakh ex showroom, depending on your city and the color variant. At this price, it sits between the likes of the Yamaha R15 and the Bajaj Pulsar RS 200. While it may not offer the outright performance of the R15, it does undercut it significantly in price while offering similar aesthetic appeal and refinement. And when compared to more affordable options, the Gixxer SF 155 easily wins in terms of build quality, design sophistication, and brand trust. To sum it all up, the 2025 Gixxer SF 155 is a bike that doesn't try too hard to be the best in one particular area. Instead, it delivers a well-rounded experience that checks all the right boxes for most riders. Whether you're a college student looking for your first fair bike, a city commuter wanting to stand out in traffic, or someone who appreciates the Suzuki legacy and needs a reliable machine for daily use, the Gixxer SF 155 delivers. It's a bike that looks fast even when standing still, and rides smooth even when pushed hard. And in an age where bikes are getting overloaded with gimmicky features, the Gixxer SF 155 reminds us that sometimes, simplicity paired with good engineering is all you really need. That's it for today's deep dive. If you enjoyed this review, don't forget to hit that like button, subscribe to Ride Next, and ring that bell so you never miss an update. Got questions about the Gixxer SF or want a comparison with its rivals? Drop them in the comments, we read every one of them. Until next time, ride safe, ride smart, and as always, keep it two-wheeled.